Hi everybody, this is Oleg. Welcome to Oregon Preparedness. In today's video, I want to talk to you about lessons I've learned from the past. From my former country of Ukraine, which was formerly part of Soviet Union, USSR. And as crimes on the rise due to coronavirus and all the problems associated with it, we need to be more careful and more aware of things, what's going on around us. And I must say this, since I was a child, I was growing up in the former USSR in a city, decent sized city. Back then population was like 2 million people, and it was, I would say, pretty dangerous city. Things like, types of crime that would happen there, like robbery, was common. People would be picking your pockets if you're on a bus or in some other public transportation all the time. Often in the winter time, people would wear some people would wear expensive furs, hats, winter hats. It was not uncommon. Somebody would just grab your hat and go out of subway car right before the doors shut close. And things like that. And if you have nice shoes, you better stay home after dark, because you could be returning home wearing your socks only, walking in the snow. So needless to say, you had to be always aware of your surroundings. And I've made video before about awareness, but I just wanted to talk a little bit more about it, because awareness is what we need to implement in our lives now more than ever. And if and when second wave of coronavirus comes, then that awareness is going to play even bigger role in our safety. Because often if you just, stick your nose in your phone, checking what's going on Facebook, or checking, about your favorite YouTube videos, it's fun to do, but we need to be careful when we do it and how we do it. Because, the danger is always there. And the moment you let your guard down, it's gonna nail you. It's the danger is like a devil, which is essentially the same thing. Devil creates dangers. He's like a roaring lion, always looking who he wants to devour. So we need to be careful. And these habits from my childhood, I remember I started to go visit my grandma and start taking public transportation when I was, I'd say, 10 years old, 10 or 11, I don't remember exactly. That's when, for the first time I went to visit my grandma, I had to take subway all by myself, take train after that. The whole trip would take close to an hour, and then walk the rest of the way. And I was always scoping the horizon. I was always trying to see who's around me. If I saw a group of guys who would be my age or a little older, I would try to, get away from the group, get away from possible danger. Maybe they weren't dangerous, but most likely they were. Because anytime you would see a group of teenagers, usually it meant bad news. And I'm sure it's the same story in the bigger cities here in the United States. I would not say that applies to Portland. Portland's pretty peaceful so far. But I'm sure as crises continue, people will be more desperate, and this kind of stuff is gonna appear more and more often. So we need to raise our awareness everywhere. Even if you're driving, you're a lot safer driving your own car than walking on the street, of course. However, you still need to be aware who's around you. There could be a person, you know, if they're driving crazy, maybe they're intoxicated, or maybe they're maybe they had one too many joints. Who knows what their motives are? And especially when you're walking, and especially if it's night, and especially if you're in some kind of downtown area. So be aware, be careful, and be safe. I'm going to conclude this video, and don't forget to raise your awareness, because it will probably even save your life at some point. Because after coronavirus, I'm not sure when coronavirus is going to end. If there's going to be a second wave, which I'm pretty sure it will be, or possibly even third wave, who knows how long it's going to stretch. It might stretch for a year or two, but the world will never be the same after coronavirus. I don't think it will get better. I think it will just progressively get worse, which sucks, but we need to prepare ourselves for it. Everybody have a good day. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in the next upload. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.